Like that guy, I wish I could find a guy like that guy today.
Yeah, he doesn't exist today. That's what I said to you. I've never had a person in my career like that since him.
Yeah. Did you talk to him in Vegas?
Yeah.
He's come out to see me a couple times
Yeah,
too. So.
yeah. And he even called me one day, and he's like, "Are you looking for a manager?" This is about 2 years ago, and I'm like, "I don't really know." He goes, "Who's doing work for you up at CAA? Let me get the fucking phone." I'm like, "No," because his world is all gone.
Yeah.
Like the people he was doing business with, it's like that scene in The Sopranos when the inspector comes to inspect the house, and Carmela's father's like, "Get Pudgy Waters on the phone," and he goes, "Pudgy retired 8 years ago."
Yeah.
And he's like, that's what Gatlin would come back to.
Yeah.
It's a different world. His number one nemesis was Judy Brown.
Oh, God.
Now, Judy Brown would take him and throw him off a building.
Yeah.
He doesn't even compete in that level no more. So I considered him because I loved him as a manager.
Yeah. But you're right. I think that's what, like, he would just talk to fucking people.
Yeah.
He wouldn't give a shit, dude. I think that's like, hey, well, why can't we? I mean, dude, God bless him. That dude got me a pilot and freaking 2 development deals. So you're right. I mean, I thought about it too, but you're right. His world's different now. It's a different.
And he was a different type of dude when he managed. When he called you to rip your heart out. Like I still remember being with him in his convertible. One day he picked me up to meet him for lunch. We had a meeting with an agent.
Yeah.
Over by Highland, that old disgusting building on Highland as you made the turn up to the 101. Now it's like fucking beautiful. There was a building there where bums hung out across the street. They saw porn. And I still remember he took me to see that lady. He told me right out, he goes, "Listen, I sent your tape everywhere." At that time, CAA wanted me when I was with him. He's like, "This is the weirdest thing. I keep getting calls from a guy that's CAA for you." But the holidays passed and he switched agents. So I was fucked. So I still remember one day, Jeff picking me up, meeting him like on Hollywood, and he drove me to this lady's, and they were called the Daniel Hoff Agency.
Yeah.
And the word on the street was the lady had quit, like, CAA or whoever at that time.
Yeah.
And took her roster to this agent, and nobody knew about it. And she was doing great things.
Yeah.
And I remember...
I know the agency. Yeah, I remember hearing that agency.
I remember walking in with him going, "I'm not signing with these people." This was an old crickety building.
Yeah.
And nobody offered you water. They didn't have a couch. They had like 3 different...
That's old Hollywood, dude. That's Hollywood.
Old Hollywood, bro. Yeah. And you could hear her in there yelling, "Fuck you. Get in the audition or don't call me back. Click. Who's next?" And I remember walking in there with Jeff and going, "Jeff, I don't want to sign with this lady." He goes, "This is your only option."
Dude, you tell that. You know what Gitlin did, bro? This is a true story. I was doing a road gig. I'm flying in. I got a freaking audition. It was for 1 hour photo. That soccer. I was playing a soccer coach with Robin Williams. Mm-hmm. Is in the movie. He picks me up at the airport. I throw my bags in his car. He drives me to the audition. I go in. I did a great audition. I wound up getting the fucking job. And then he fucking dropped me off at home. I mean, where do you get a fucking manager like that in Hollywood? The guy picked me up at the fucking airport and drove me to the audition. I defy any fucking manager in the industry today. I mean, that's fucking a manager.
No idea. He picked me up.
You want to fucking sit there and tell me I need more fucking Twitter followers? Go fuck yourself. I mean, this guy picked me up at the airport.
It was a different world. I learned so much from him that was all bullshit. Like the headshot theory. He despised.
Yeah.
He would just call you up. You know how many auditions he got me with no headshot?
Jesus. He was a different dude.
He was a different dude. And that's why he couldn't last, because the last conversation I heard with him one time on the phone, it was not pleasant. But I still remember going to meet, like you have to meet him once a month at his office.
Yeah.
And go over stuff with him. And I still remember I hated it because you had to park in Century City Mall.
Yeah.
And walk and cross. And Then you had to climb fucking 18 floors up. That, you know that girl that answered the phone still works in that office?
Is that funny?
That's his father's insurance office. So he
Yeah.
shared his father's insurance office with him.
Yeah, when we did break up, though, it's like the same thing he said to you about the egos. I go, Jeff, can you just get me... He goes, Shuby, I called everybody. I said, everybody? He goes, I called everybody, and nobody wants to be in the Jimmy Shubert business. And I was like, you got fucking balls, bro. At least try to sugarcoat it a little bit.
Yeah, he didn't play.
He goes, I got everybody. I said, nobody wants to be in the Jimmy Shubert. He goes, fucking nobody. And I was like, you know what, Jeff? I go, maybe they don't want to be in the Jeff Gitlin business. And that has nothing to do with me. Maybe. And
towards the end, he was like...
Yeah.
Because he would, he would call you and go, hi, Lee, how you doing? And you're like, who's this? This is Jeff Gitlin. You don't know who I am. I'm a manager, a comedy manager. I've been watching your show on... This was the most brilliant thing he ever did in front of me.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been watching your show on CBS, and I can tell the numbers are going down. Could you imagine getting that call from somebody telling you that your
randomly.
show sucks? I was there. I was in the office, and he would go, your ratings are going down. I watched 6 episodes of your show. You got that fucking deadbeat. Like, he would just talk like that. You got that deadbeat Jimmy Shubert in there. You know who Lee Syatt is? Lee Syatt's one of the funniest comics working tonight. As a matter of fact, I think you should write him into your show. Lee's doing a showcase tonight, 8:45 at the Improv. I suggest you go, because if not, your show's going to keep tanking. And you're going to lose. I mean, Lee, like that.
Yeah.
And it would work?
Sometimes it worked.
Yeah, sometimes it was. Sometimes
it didn't.
Sometimes it didn't.
He got me auditions with Rona Kress. He got me auditions with people at that time that most people could work 10 years and not get auditions with.
Whoa.
Because he would like that fucking... That's why I don't listen to anything.
Dude,
why do you think I don't listen to anything?
There was a time that guy had me doing 3-4 auditions a day.
A day.
Like, dude, you had to I felt like Beretta. The trunk of my car had I could put a wig, a suit coat change. You look like Beretta.
Everything. It didn't end.
I mean,
it never ended.
And it was never like that again. I mean, there was never.
When he left, he took me to Acapulco to tell me.
Yeah.
He took me to Acapulco on La Cienega.
Yeah.
When they were down the block from the strip club, and he bought me lunch, and he goes, I just want to tell you, I'm quitting the management business.
Yeah.
I'm going to Vegas. There's a role for you in it if you want it.
Yeah.
I'll put you on the billboard. And I was like, I don't want it. But it only paid $50 a show.
Yeah.
You have to do like 18 shows a week. And I was like, that's not happening. When will I do stand-up? He goes, well, you could do stand-up on Mondays and Tuesdays. And I was like, I don't want to do it. And we stayed friends. But his work ethic always stayed with me. And whenever people would call me and say, I need new headshots, fuck you. Sell the fucking pictures that you got. And when we sell a job, then we'll get new headshots.
Yeah.
And that would be the end of it. And it was because of Gitlin. All the lessons I learned, even today, I think Gitlin would be a little too heavy for today's comedy thing.
Yeah.
He would have burned, because if he would have had 6 people, he would have told Netflix to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, and I think he even back then, I think he rubbed people the wrong way. Like you said, there's like...
I thought he was a sweetheart. I always thought he was the sweetest man in the world.
To us he was.
But when he got down, he was one of those desert Jews. When he rolled his sleeves, dog, you were going. And listen, I did great. He booked me in BASEketball. Remember, I was in your house the night before I shot the scene. We drank a gallon of red wine, and we did a lot of other things. And I remember slipping in bed with my girlfriend, and all of a sudden she's like, oh my God, we got to get up. I have to drive you to the Coliseum. She thought I had slept all night. I was up all night.
Oh, no.
I get to the Coliseum, and they're like, Mr. Diaz, you're the first scene up. I'm like, I've been coming here for 3 fucking weeks. Nobody's talked to me. I do 10 8-balls and drink a gallon of red wine. Now I'm the first fucking scene up. I stunk like fucking dick. I look like dick. So when you see BASEketball and you see me in that scene, I was up the whole night before. Snorting up fucking dust and
dude,
paddles.
I felt so bad for you because you go, he's gonna go work on a set.
Because I kept telling you 1 more hour,
yeah,
1 more line, then I'll leave.
No, but the funny thing is like usually you go to a set and you got like 4 or 5 hours before they even need you. You go lay down in your trailer, but You're the first scene up, bro.
You're the first scene up. I basically went home to take a shower, eat something. No, I didn't even eat nothing. I drank like a beer to make myself come down. And I got in my girlfriend's car and she drove me to the Coliseum. And I got there and I had to do that whole scene. Fucking I still remember them going, step on the mark. Mr. Diaz, can you please go to the mark? And I'm like, I am at the mark. And they're like, no. And finally, thank God, some sweet assistant came over. She's like, no, they want you over here. And by the time I had to shoot, there was no more roller skates left because I had stole all the roller skates. So in that scene, I'm supposed to have roller skates on. None of us have roller skates on because I couldn't roller skate. When I got the job, they asked me if I could roller skate.
Of course.
Before I get a job, I'll tell you whatever you want to hear. Can you do trapeze act? Yeah, we'll figure it out when we get there.
Bro,
if not, we'll hire somebody else. I fucked up. It's the truth. It's the fucking truth. You tell them whatever you need. Can you do a swan dive? Yeah, I can do a swan dive. Okay. The day of the shoot, because at the end, it's like when Sons of Anarchy called you in and said, you have to ride a motorcycle. You know how many people went in there and said, do you ride a motorcycle? Yeah. And then shoot came today and they're like, I never rode a motorcycle, so they put you on a scooter and they pull you and they put the camera high on you.
Yeah.
And they think you're driving. You're not driving.
You're on it's just
you're on a puller. They're just pulling you.
That's hysterical.
And you're like making believe that's a scooter that's pulling you. You don't need to learn how to ride a motorcycle. I'm sure that after the first season, Jax Teller and some of the regulars
picked up
FX paid for them to get lessons just to do whatever. But when you take a job, 9 out of 10, you lie to get that job. I just read an article on Yahoo. Chris Moltisanti. Did you read that in The Sopranos?
No.
Never drove a car. When he got the job at the pilot, he got a job. He was going to be Tony's driver.
Right.
He never said nothing to him that he couldn't drive.
Oh, no.
So when you're watching The Soprano pilot and he's driving,
he's chasing after
goes,
the guy. Yeah.
Did you call that guy yesterday and fucking tell him that you were supposed to pick him up? And he's like, no, my mother said I shouldn't even have come to work today because I was sick and all that shit. He didn't know how to drive. He ended up banging up the car. And he goes, I'm done. He looked over at James Gandolfini. James Gandolfini was laughing. And that was what happened. That's why I tell people all the time. Tell them whatever they need to hear.
Dude, remember that fucking sign language guy that got next to Barack Obama during the Nelson Mandela thing?
Yeah.
And the guy's like 6 feet from Obama and he's doing the fucking sign language thing. And people watching this going, he's saying the same fucking thing over and over. Like he only had 3 fucking moves. The guy was like he's just fucking laughing about the sign language.
It happens all the
and
time.
got right next to the president. Like I'm going, that's fucking insane to me.